Right on. That was an awesome tune. That was Leaving a Cave and Cold Blooded Murder. And you know what, man? That was such a crazy mix. And to be honest with you, I'm not sure how many people remember them, but they've been on my rotation on my phone for a while. And I mentioned M. And the reason I call Kim M is because she goes, a lot. So that's she got the name M. So not M as in Emily, M as in So just in case people are curious, that's why she has the nickname M. Anyways, so we were listening to 311. I pointed out to her a few times, and they kind of sound like 311 right at the very end, like the souling, the kind of jazz, funk, and reggae mix into one. But it's a great tune, man. I really love this tune. Like really hardcore, but still kind of chill, and it's like a whole great array mix of music, man. Great tune.
I love these guys. They're all the way from Israel, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're really, really cool. I think I've got a feeling we first got in touch with them through I think it was Radio Beacon, or one of the radios that we did NMS 60 on. I think it was Radio Beacon, and I just love their stuff. I love the fact that rock and roll is everywhere. Like, I probably wouldn't, in my mind, if someone said, where would you imagine that rock and roll is? I wouldn't go, oh, definitely Israel. Do you know what I mean? But it turns out it is, and it's proper. It's got a nice kind of grungy vibe. It's got a really cool kind of like proper rock and roll feel. Their tone is brilliant, and I just love what they're doing. I think they're a really, really cool band. On a slight side note, speaking of politics, I do not understand the Israel thing, so I don't have an opinion on it.
Well, no, fair enough. And just Mike, just go ahead. It's been a while, Mike, but I wish I could name the band. I'll have to look it up. But we did have a band, probably almost about 2 years ago, a band from Tel Aviv. And
these guys are from Tel Aviv. Maybe it was the same band.
I think so. Maybe I think it was a different band, but it was a little bit more electronica, but still like really cool. And you never know where you're going to get the good music from, right? Because we've gotten music from all over, man, from Sweden, Germany, like
Norway.
Scotland, Ireland, Norway, like Finland, like
Australia.
It just goes on and on. And this is great stuff, and it's great stuff that people need to hear. And we're so thankful, and just a big shout and thank you to all bands and PR companies who participated with NMS, because we really do appreciate it. We try to push as much as possible, i.e. PR, and oh man, there's just so many different labels I can't think of the top of my head right now. I do apologize, but a big thank you to all of them, because we do appreciate the submissions, and we try to give as much as possible on the air as we can. And this is great stuff, but all over the world. So big thank you to all our listeners, supporters, and everything. We really, really appreciate it from the bottom of all our hearts. Like, thank you so much. All the retweets, the favorites from every band and people we interviewed. We do appreciate it, and we keep plugging it because your guys' music is what makes this show move, and we do appreciate it and thank and love all of you for it.
Yeah.
So, Mike G, so go ahead.
Oh. So, well, for me, like, I was actually, when he mentioned Israel, I'm like, didn't we just hear a band from Israel? I couldn't. I'm sorry, listeners. When I hear these songs, it's usually, not always, but most of the time, it's like, this is my first time hearing it. And I'm just giving a critique of my first time listening to it. And that's what I do. And I really enjoyed that. And for me, that kind of almost sounded like, could have been something from like the Cowboys from Hell or something from Pantera, but just backed up a bit, like not quite as like
slow down,
distorted, but like just the fact they're from Israel and stuff. I was like, man, it's really rocking. Like, don't get me wrong, but it had that groove that like it's kind of distinctive. I don't know. It was pretty good. I really enjoyed that tune. I really did.
Fair enough. And just before we move on, just a couple more things here. If Stuart, if you're still listening, buddy, we're going to pick up 4 songs for next week's list, and please send them to our general email, which is musicsaturday@gmail.com, and we'll get them on air, because Stuart will be our co-host / interviewee for the entire show. That night will be a lot of fun, and it's going to be a great time. We get so much new stuff coming up. I mean, we have May 5th, we'll be talking to Aiden and Sabrina Leach about the festival. And then on the 19th, we have Lemonade Kid. Next week, we have Stuart from Premium Blend Rio. Man, we're turning up here. We'll have Anna on from Sequoia very, very soon. I think she said May, so we'll set her up for May as well. And then Alyssa and Ryan from Kodachrome. We got a lot of good stuff coming up your way. And it just all thanks to all of you putting your music in. And we appreciate all submissions and we get through as much as possible as we can. But yeah, big thanks. And we enjoy this. We love doing our job. And this is a lot of fun for us. And this is nothing more than a bunch of fun. And essentially, this is our version of sitting around playing poker as we're discussing great music. So that being said, next up... By the
way, is this a job? Because I'm not getting paid. I'm just kidding, guys. I'm just doing it for the fun of it.
Oh, I'm just kidding. There's a drawer in your cards outside, so have fun.
I'm just doing it for fun. That's all I'm doing it for.
Take a hike. Okay. So next up, we got some great more songs coming your way. Next up is a band called Across the Board. The song's called "It Shouldn't Be This Hard." Dig this, and we've all been there or said that as well. Right on. Across the board with It Shouldn't Be This Hard. And what great vocals she has. That was pop, punk, and a little bit of rock in there as well, man. I just really enjoy that tune. I just love the vocals. Truly love the vocals. A great tune. Mike? Hello, Mike. Your turn. Yeah, your turn, buddy.
Oh, sorry. Brilliant vocals once again. Brilliant tune. I was speaking, but you didn't hear me, I take it. Maybe it'll all catch up in a minute. You'll hear it all at once. Brilliant vocals. Really, really good tune. Personally, I love the kind of mix because there's like a little bit of Evanescence and there's a little bit of kind of pop punk and there's a little bit of kind of, it's a little bit metally in the background, you know what I mean? It's got a bit of everything going on, which I think is really, really cool. I really, really enjoyed that. I think it's a great track.
Well, I'll agree with you 110%, and you took all the comments pretty much. Thanks again, Mike R. Yeah, I agree with you. Like that, really, the vocals are really, really good. Like, I mean, that really stood out for me again. Like, not to take away from the rest of the song, but man, those vocals are just so powerful and so great. And I don't know, I really like that.
Right on. Well, a quick little side note before I get to our next song. I got a message from Des from Blues Flues, which we played a bunch of times already. And he wanted to give a shout out to 50 Third Band 3D Reviews, particularly Stephen C. And they're trying to get more press out about their new album, Cosmic Whirlwind. So anybody who's interested in that and interested in that company I just mentioned, please email or tweet them, Facebook them as well. And it's a great album, and we played a couple songs already from that album. We'll be playing more, and we'll be getting Des on for an interview, I'm sure, within the next month and a half or so. But be sure to check that out as well. So big shout out to them as well. So next up, we have a brand new song by a band called The Howling Lords. This one's called Talk Like That. This is another exclusive. Dig this.
Just to stop in the dark.